The work has begun.
Ja, ich weiß nicht, ob du dann so mit durch die Gegend fahren musst.
Yeah, it's overdue.
Kühlmittelbehälter ist offen.
Warte, hier.
Weiß nicht, ob er einen hat.
Mach den erstmal aus.
So. Das ist aber nicht Steinbücher. Ja.
Ja, mal an.
Ach so.
I don't know, something didn't sound right.
Ja, warte mal. Einen Augenblick.
Ja, ich denke, da viel drin. Au.
Ja, ich hab den voll gehabt.
So we got it all back together, but some of these plastic clips have pretty well disintegrated, so gonna need to get new clips for the coil packs. And some of the hoses didn't make it. Like that one is in rough shape, so that one's gonna have to be replaced. But all in all, it's getting there. And then once again, before completing the maintenance, I had been keeping my eye out for a set of very specific wheels, and here they are. I found a set of SC430 wheels in pretty good condition. I mean, it's hard to find them in perfect condition, but I can definitely clean these up. I took this one apart already, so I'm gonna take all of them apart and clean them up as best I can. And then I might sand out some of the little imperfections and spray it with a little paint. Just try and clean it up a little bit, but I don't know. It's not worth sending them off to get refinished or repowder coated because they're not that bad. So I'll just do what I can with them and then get them mounted on this thing with some new coilovers and suspension before too long, hopefully. So I watched some videos on YouTube about resurfacing curb rash on wheels, and I was like, hey, these wheels were $300. Maybe I should practice on them. So I picked up a Dremel and a 120 grit flap wheel sander, and I'm just going to town on all the curb rash, and so far it's looking pretty good. Once I get it all out, then I'll get the wheel really good and clean, and I'll rough up the surface and put a couple fresh coats of Toyota Silver on here, and we'll see how it looks all said and done. I don't think I can do much with the pie plates, but I should at least be able to polish them out and get them nice and shiny because they still seem to have their clear coat on them. But wish me luck, I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, so I just finished using the Dremel, and then I gave it a good cleaning, and then I wet sanded it. I wet sanded basically the whole face of the wheel with 800 grit, so it should be scuffed up enough that the new paint will hold. But I got the rash out pretty well. Once it's painted, I mean, it won't be like a brand new wheel, but it's gonna be pretty good for a car from 2002. So now that I have that one sanded out, you can kind of see the difference. Before, they all had rash. There's rash, scratches. Rash. More rash. Rash, scratches. So that's what they looked like after I removed the pie plates. And this is what it looks like after it's been sanded and wet sanded. And then I'll throw some paint on it. So here's one of the wheels. I just took the Dremel 2, smoothed out the rash all around the edge. Now I got it soaking with some of my favorite wheel cleaner, which is Iron Cleaner Q2M. I don't know, it's the Geon one, but it's my favorite. And then I'll give this a good scrub with water, and then I'll go back over it with some sandpaper. I'll give it a good wet sanding, get all the brake dust out that I can't get with the cleaner, and then it'll be ready for some paint. So there's two before sanding out the curb rash and cleaning, and there's two after. So it's probably taken about an hour per wheel. So this is not a quick process. So I'll probably have 4 hours into sanding out the curb rash and cleaning them. And then who knows how long to put a couple coats of paint and clear. And then I'm gonna polish these out and probably ceramic coat these because I think they're in pretty good shape underneath the dirt. So yeah, maybe once these cure in a couple months, I'll ceramic coat them, but let's see how it turns out before I worry about coating anything. So that's the paint that I ordered. Silver looks pretty similar. Once you put some clear on top, it'll probably look pretty stock, so that'll be nice. All right, just finished sanding down the fourth wheel. So all four are prepped for paint. And then went ahead and pulled these out and cleaned them up. So these need to be polished. There's definitely some blemishes on here that will polish out. Like that probably will. Most of that probably will. But one of them, I'm not sure which one right now that I'm looking at it, but one of them actually had clear coat missing. So yeah, right there. You can see there's some clear coat missing. So what I'll probably do is polish these out and then just put a coat of clear on top of them. We'll see how it goes. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just having fun with $300 wheels. And when they are done, got a fresh stack of Bridgestone Potenza Sports 235/50, I believe, 18. Yep, so she'll be riding comfortable.